Good evening, Hattrick friends. It's time for round 10 in San Marino League games. We have a lot of matches we need to win in order to fulfill the chance of, or to have the chance of finishing second this season. First off, though, we have to fire someone in the academy in order to make way for a new recruit. Paganoni is actually unpredictable, but he would need something somewhere in order to be interesting to train, I think. But let's scroll down to the older players. Mayani. I think we'll just let Mayani go, and then we will move over to the scouts to check, see if there's anything good this week. Hopefully a defender or something. We're still fighting hard to finish Benedetti in time for his promotion. Hey Hampson, good to see you in the chat. Let's call the scouts and have a look-see. They're all 16. Muccini. If he's young. Not really. Not really. Yeah, he is not going to revolutionize the academy. That's for certain. Now looking at the transfer, Pino Maletti. He should go higher than this, but already 212 bids. 1 day and 4 minutes, 4 hours to go before the deadline. But a bit of other club money. He didn't actually get to play a single match. Or at least it's set to 0% here. But the transfer compare. Yeah, that should be a little extra for us. That's always a nice little bonus. How am I? I'm a little tired. It's been a busy weekend with family stuff and such, but it's been fun. But I'm a little tired today, so I'm good, but a little tired. How about you, Handsome? Trying to get a grasp of how to approach this round 1 in the Hattrick Creator Club League. And I guess it'll make more sense when we have clarity of which teams are actually nominated from random rules. Interesting week for me. Oh, okay. Coming up, or has it been an interesting week? I think I might be suffering for something along the same lines. Let's make a little preview of today's matches in the top flight, at least. Who would guess? No one in this chat or in this channel. So interestingly enough, today Forti Calcio and Penarosa Bramante play against each other, and at the same time we have Damiano Tomasi playing away against Faiotano Finns, which could potentially open up a gap between Tomasi and Bramante if results go according to according to strength here. Forti Calcio homegrown, if I remember correctly. Balambong. Good to see you in the chat. Good luck with your match tonight. Thank you. BK Junior Belize. Not the strongest opponent tonight, but all of the remaining matches should be won if we want to finish second this season. Let's look at the numbers. Faiotano Finns. Oh, but interestingly, 2 players out with a ban, as well as an injury for Damiano Tomasi. Oh, I didn't notice that. Perhaps there's something in store for Oregano anyway, and the Faiotano Finns. Sonic the Hedgehog versus Piccolo Obise. This is also quite important for any manager wanting to steer around the qualification games, and they probably both want to do so. 2 injuries: Ingo Wilhelm Rüeberg and Daniel Schupp for the home team. Legalin versus Myelinas. They are below the demotion line and will be fighting to potentially overtake Faiotano Finns if they can. Lots of injuries for Legalin lately. It could be Myelinas are the favorites for this one. They are just 2 points ahead though, and +8 in the goal score compared to Legalin. Nasty Dragons versus the Unknowns. Single injury for the Unknowns. It's always unpredictable with the games against the Unknowns because they have a fairly strong defense, but Nasty Dragons could potentially I don't know. It's actually quite close. They don't want to slip up because Mickey B is right there behind them to try to capitalize on any slip up. The same goes for our match against BK Junior Belize. We have Sergio Lucas out. Looking at the numbers, might be a little danger of underestimation. Mickey B against the bots. That's just a matter of the size of the victory, I think. Three minutes until the kickoff. Hey MJ. Hope you're having a good Sunday evening. What's good in the hood? Hopefully Hattrick's good. I had a sellout in Denmark today. And it's timed quite well because in 5 days the stadium expansion should finalize for the final few rounds of the season. Kick off just a few minutes away now. Any good scout calls today? Any new talent on the horizon? Hey Oregano. I just noticed Damiano Tomasi is lacking a few of the players today. It could be decisive if you could steal points from him today. I don't know how you feel about the match. Hope you're doing well tonight. Relying on his red cards and injury. Taking a risk. Yeah, but we are at the point in like your situation. You need to find points somewhere if you are to get a qualifier, I think. You're quite close to Myelinas, so I think taking a risk at this point is probably a good place to do so. Anyway, let's just reload and take a look at the ratings. Let's start in your match. Hey Dusk. Magical counter. Do you have a man mark today or so? Going pretty good. Now that we have some Hattrick games going, it surely gets a little better as well. Looks tough still. It's not a good sign when you're fairly equal in the Hattrick Helper simulator. But I mean, I saw a mythical counterattacking tactic today, producing 0 counterattacks. My weekend games didn't go well, sadly. I lost 3-0 and got outplayed tactically. Bummer. Hope your rounds went better. I did win 4-0 in the team that's in the cycle in Denmark. And no major injuries or anything, so that's quite good. And I think my other team won 5 as well, without any hiccups. So certainly it's been going better than your fate this weekend. I guess it might feel better if you know that it's due to a tactical maneuver that you lose, rather than being completely unlucky. I guess it's easier to correct being outsmarted tactically than being lucky. Dynamite. I think we will have Milanesi coming up. The man mark. Or perhaps. This is Forticalcio. 3 versus number 1. Divine plus 1 counterattack. That looks strong. I was probably gonna get a draw at best. That team is better than mine, but I should have given myself better odds. I got outplayed. At least the fact that you can identify the problem will help you going forward, at least. That's what I tell myself when I lose to the Nasty Dragons. So looks like a very, very strong counterattack from Penarosa here. Let's take a look at Nasty Dragons versus the Unknown. I mean, if you're unlucky, and all the attacks go to the right. Right being the wrong sector here. Nasty Dragons. They probably will get a left attack. That's interesting. Fully loaded on specialties as well. Wow. Yeah, this is a hard one to pick out. But 2 expected goals from the last, from the left sector, I suppose. The Empire lifts back. Hello, long-time follower, first-time chatter. Well, I'm happy to see your name in the chat and some chatter from you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Did we underestimate here? We didn't. How many expected goals here? Well, not a lot. I do not have any reports of the stream having loss of signal. Mickey B. Pontus Kilind. From a left attack. They've even had a quick attack or quick event from Braunhardt. They didn't score that one. I think Nasty Dragons might be... They're not leading still. Quite a big victory for Mickey B on the horizon here. We should be winning quite well. But they do have 1, 2, 3. Oh, all of the midfielders are quick in the rain. Penarasa Bramante takes the lead from a counterattack down the right, 42%. And they've overtaken Damiano Tomassi. But Damiano Tomassi should have a fairly good chance to win with these attack conversion rates. 41% on the right, as well as the left, and 38% in the middle. It'll have to be down the right for Fayotano Fins, I think. So what's the deal with power rating of long shot teams? Overrated, underrated, or third option? I was told that the reason why long shot teams get a higher power rating is because of the way power rating is calculated. So when you look at the different sectors, like how the sector ratings, how they translate to odds in terms of replays. Like if you look at the raw ratings, a long shot team will have a lower chance of winning like any game. And since the power of your team compared to the odds of you winning your match, that's what skews this whole thing. So that's why long shot teams often have a higher power rating. And honestly, I mean, I didn't really care like setting any restrictions about it, because Hattrick's just a game. Why not just play the game like the game is meant to be played? But I think it's quite strict in regards to long shot teams. Long shots pick to lose? No, not at all. Like you see, a long shot team doesn't really produce any attack ratings, but they have a chance to score on long shots rather than normal attacks instead. So it looks like they don't have a chance to win the match if you look at the odds, but they win anyway, and that's why the power rating goes higher than what it's supposed to. That's the explanation I have heard. He could all be said. I've had a penalty, Tyson Edwards, but it's saved by Daniele Canas. It seems like a very hard thing to build organically around long shot. I don't know if it's very hard. It's you have to train a lot of players in a fairly special way, and for at least a very long time, playing long shots meant that you would be very predictable and kind of extreme. Hey Steve, hope you're doing well. We are actually already discussing how to approach the first match in the Hattrick Content Creator League. Yellow card for Gianni Amici. This is just a indication of the position at the moment. How does getting players on your team if I have in my team right now? No, not at the moment. They are beyond the age of 21, but Zanotti did go to play. He was called up for the under 21s. Played 14 matches, and you can see on his experience that he got to play especially during the World Cup campaign. But realistically, with the money I have in my no, but the thing about players for the national team is because you don't operate with loyalty in the national team. They are trained beyond what's genuinely feasible for club teams. Thanks. I am thinking about adding another mark to the collection quite soon, to be honest, because I need more. And I've been giving away a few of the manager marks. I really like that one. Raúl Pretosa. Attacking down the left. Wow. See, that's the right sector for Nasty Dragons. But not right enough to give them a goal. Yellow card, Henning Halser, the German centre back. wait, is that the actual Hattrick YouTube channel? I think it is. We already speculating about how to approach this first round in the Hattrick, the HGC tournament, because the fact that we have to like nominate some teams in the blind. I mean, it's all we know that they might know that we know. So we have to come up with some kind of approach before we nominate the first teams. And all I can say is yeah, I mean, but we will have to, like, it's based on a feel, right? Because we haven't seen how anyone does anything. So, and certainly one thing I have to keep reminding myself is like the average team tier. Point-wise, it's just as important as the strong teams. So it doesn't, like, you could easily get drawn into doing the what? Nasty dragons. You can easily get drawn into the intricate details of the high-level play of Hattrick, but you also need to win with the limited teams as well. You got to hand it to Alaric and his willingness to gamble a bit. He gambled against me. Now he has gambled. And he's down to weak organizational level. So are we rooting for Nasty Dragons this weekend or against? It seems the loyalty must shift every week. Nah, not necessarily. I would actually say it really doesn't matter. The objective is to win the rest of the matches for me. And if I do that, I can overtake the unknowns. Sorry, Mickey B. But Nasty Dragons would still be 1 point ahead if they'll still end up 1 point ahead at least if they draw this one. Was this a quick event? Oh, it was the experienced. In the HGC tournament, top teams are as important as the average teams. Yeah, that's a nice thing. That's a nice detail about it. I lost this weekend on 3 direct free kicks. That's gotta be unusual, right? I mean, I've had similar situations happen. So if you're Dusk, I'm not sure what level you play at. What's your league level? Because if your opponent has an unusually strong set pieces taker for your level, that could happen. Ladendicht. Direct free kick. Luigi Savoli. But it's ended up in the arms of Dimi Casimir. Fiorentino RSM. The bots have had a chance on a corner. Danielo Balato with the chance, but no goal this time. Am I wearing the wrong t-shirt today? I wouldn't expect them to have a specialist, but it's possible, I suppose. I'm in Division 5 at the moment. Oh, well, there will be a few managers out there who invest in it. Like some old veteran, potentially a future coach. And if you can... how stressful is this? I mean, if you can combine getting some future leadership on your coach with, for instance, a high level of set pieces, just a short time span, you could potentially cause a little stir with a strong set pieces taker. That's for sure. Sonic the Hedgehog, down to inadequate organizational level. How often do you see this in a top flight match? When, I mean, we are not talking about a team that's rebuilding or sold out. I just started this game a month ago and I'm hooked, trying to learn everything every day I can. That's the way it works in Hattrick. If you keep that mindset, you will certainly have a chance to go far. I mean, I'm still trying to learn, and sometimes that's one of the things I like about Hattrick. Sometimes you will read something about the game that you thought you'd understood correctly for a long time, and all of a sudden you realize that you didn't. And it could be a minor detail about something. I mean, I remember when loyalty was introduced, I did read the I remember reading that the total effect of like a Mother Club player would be a full level, having divine loyalty, and then half a level for being homegrown. But I read it as the whole, like the standard loyalty would be 1.5, and then Mother Club would be half of that. So it would be 2.25 levels added if you had a Mother Club player. So for a long while, I just like, I only want Mother Club players, and like, I think it was like a year later, oh wait a minute, it's 1.5 level in total. Lots of trial and error. Yeah, it certainly is. But I like the fact that it's also a game that you, like, I myself got maybe a little too frustrated when I've played for a long time and I realize I can't go any further. And then I have to, like, I at least felt like I had to cool down, step away from the game for a while, and then come back. But you can definitely see some of the people that didn't quite step as far away from the game as I've done on a few occasions, but kept their team going. Then they can return with money in the coffers as well. Lots of trial and error. Get a good mentor for a good start. Yeah, that's probably the best recommendation if you want to have some clear-cut advice without potentially feel like you reach a dead end at some point. Because one rule about Hattrick is you'll probably need more money than you have in your team. Hey Robert, Hala Marit. Yeah, it was a 1-0, one goal win, right? 2-1. I didn't watch any of the game. I was streaming Danish League games. What's wrong? Hey, Larrick. I applied for a mentor 3 times. They said they'd contact me, but they never did. Stop trying after that. I guess it also depends what country you play in. Mickey B has made it 2-0 now. Robert Kopchik. Alaric, you're quite bold. Bold move to line up in a formation you don't have experience in. An injury. Al-Kwasmi. In the back line for the unknowns is replaced by Emanuele Clementini. Oh, and I guess about the mentorships also, what language you would like to be mentored in. The tactic I currently run well, I wouldn't say I'm running a particular tactic at the moment. My strategy is to train homegrown midfielders and adding on a few wingers. The song is it's called Fire and Sword by Under Earth. It's not anything very common. But the strategy is to find homegrown players from the academy, like Zanotti, and then train them from the cradle to the grave, at least as far as their Hattrick carriers. AS Serravalle taking the lead against Lokomotiv Ladendicht. The bots are coming. The machines. 12%. What? I didn't expect to trigger the disorganization event so fast. I prepared some change in the composition after I took the lead. Oh, I like the way you still gamble a bit. I mean, a 34%er. You would still expect to score from that, so at some point. In fact, yeah, after 3 such chances, you would have a 71% chance. So, Sonic the Hedgehog. Hi, Mediator. I just... That's a fun comment. Thanks to your tips, last week I lost 5-0 versus a bot yesterday. And then, thank you. Well, you're welcome. Don't pick me as your mentor. Ladendicht with the equalizer. Massimo Germandi. Central sector, 86%. Attack down the right. Oh yeah, but you would rebuild some organizational level in the half-time team talk, right? And then you would probably lose it again. Interesting. Interesting. Hello. Wolukis. Fairly peaceful at the Sisu Arena. Catalin Corena. Nah, I think that's a missed central chance. There's no chance of a penalty in that one. Fortunate, but that's how it is. I'm happy. I did some selling in the transfer market today. 1 million euro of profit. That's very nice. There's an inactive team in my Division 5 league who pays, I think, 300,000 euro per week on wages, and they're playing so badly their manager barely logs in. They have a crazy good roster but play really bad. I'll show you something from my team in Denmark, the league. That's something similar, I should say. The Flaming Falcons, they just turned inactive. And they're like at 3.6. Hey, Daniel. Go dynamite us. Yeah, we are already thinking about the first match. How to approach it. They sold a few players just before going inactive, but they were close to 5 million Danish. That's 500,000 euro per week. Damiano Tomasi takes the lead, and that's a PNF from Matteo Leiniger. That means they overtake Peñarrosa Bramante in first place. I mean, if we can't score tonight, we might fail the mission. In the first out of 5 matches. Eckehard Wattenscheid, the villain of the story. The villain of the story. I'm on your side. Ah, Pionono. Nice to see you in the chat. Of course. Oh, they hit the left right sector. The right sector, which is on the left, and Eckehard Wattenscheid. He's been quite the goal scorer for you this season. And now a penalty for Nasty Dragons. Capiccioni, 2-0. The gamble paid off. The gamble paid off. Perfect match. Yeah, I bet you feel it's perfect. But I'm sensing something might be up with the match engine. Or maybe not. Now we attack on the left, a 90%er. Surely, trustfully. That's better. Alright. Good. I always dread going to penalties in cup games. I have no good SP takers, sadly. You know, there's always this... oh, did you remember to set your penalty shooters for the cup game? Oh, I might have forgotten. Gaetano Vincenti from the central sector. 38 minutes in, 2-1 for Lokomotiv Ladendik versus AS Sidavalle now. Good times for Imfish as they turn the match around. Goal time for everyone. I hope so. Tuloi Munlik. Oh, no penalty here. Wattenscheid. It's the name of a part of a city nearby me. No good place. Perfect name for a villain. Oh, I see. I forgot once in the Consolation Cup it actually lost me the game. I was in a bad mood for 3 days after that. What on earth is happening here? AS Sidavalle has scored again. Now a free kick for Ladendicht. Any reason why you didn't use the man marking to reduce the midfield in this match against BKS Union Belize? 3-2 now for Lokomotiv Ladendicht. From the set piece. The reason Casio Selva has been injured here and has been replaced by Maroncelli. The reason why I don't use man marking in this match is because of my conversion rates. Now Volukis. Volukis now with the chance. Volukis makes it 2. Myelinas with the lead now. Alberto Filippi. It was a pass from Assetto down in the back 4. And Filippi executes. Now 4-2. Stefano Massini. This is the attackers from Lokomotiv Ladendicht being trained, if I recall correctly, and they show their prowess now. 4-2, lots of goals. 2 goals for Ladendicht is very unexpected. But Vali, you're right. I could have gained more of a midfield advantage, but I thought it would be fine without. I'm actually not entirely sure any of my regular defenders would be up for the task. I might end up losing just as much defending skill as I'd gain. What's the worst mistake you all made with your club? I think mine was staying with a level 2 coach for a whole season. The worst mistake. It has to go a while back. I'm like not at all understanding the training system as I started. And I thought training wings. It was in a time before you even could apply like attacking on the wings tactics for the game. But I thought my team would naturally play towards the wings if I did that. And I had no idea. I thought it was just like an approach how your team would play. So I didn't understand the training system. 2 powerful forwards is unexpected from your team. You have a malus for that. You didn't have another one. Sergio Lucas is out with a. He's out with a ban for this one. So I had to play Trastuli. And because I did play match of the season against you, and no worries, Alaric, because I played match of the season against you, I actually had to use my wingers to buff the midfield to an acceptable level. So as you see, Valley, I did have to do something in order to match the midfield rating of Big Union Police. So I had to. This looks counterproductive, right? But that's because of the midfield ability of the wingers to boost that, and then the wingers to play them against the wing to have 3 attacking sectors. I'm just asking because I'm planning to use man marking in my next match and want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Up until now, or sure, it's best to have unpredictable forwards, but I see a ton of people using powerful. Maybe I need to rethink the approach. Well, the powerful forward is useful in a situation where you have a hard time converting your attacks directly, because you get a chance for another chance. Also, one thing, it's not as common, but if you have a PNF, he could take the chance instead. Like he could actually remove a counterattack. Because if in the engine, if it's rolled as a PNF event, it cannot turn into a counterattack, of course. The PNF is a powerful normal forward. PNF is single-handedly the best player type in the whole game. Yeah, and I think I'd say general consensus is, apart from the goalkeeper, they're the most impactful. So Volucas is a future PNF. There will be situations where, like always. There will be situations where it's not the best solution, but for most teams, it's not good for a counter-attacking team. What skills do you need for a good PNF? I will find an older thread. I just need to... Might sound strange, but here, if you look at... If you look at this, it's a fairly old one by now. But this is the training goals from Norway back in the day. And if you look at the PNF, this is for national team level, right? So you would have to wind this down a little for pure club play. Simply because this would be very expensive. But magical scoring, titanic playmaking, formidable winger, brilliant passing, and excellent set pieces. That's that's at 29 years, 102 days. So you also see the HGMS. That's beyond 2300. So, but still, base 2. They don't have any age on this. Still magical scoring. Magnificent passing. No. That's not 10 is magnificent. Is this extraterrestrial? 16? It is. How much scoring does a quick, unpredictable winger need? Most say around solid to maximize chances of converting their own events. Yobi, did you change your account name though? It does not make sense to field 3 at the same time because you want to win as many specialties as possible. Yeah, and also the fact that relatively the first PNF is at 10%. When you introduce the second, in total they are up to what? 16? So it's 10, 6, 2%, right? Oh, I see. Glyph, welcome on in. Good to see you in the chat. Well, alrighty, I have an exam to prepare for. Have fun, everyone, and good luck in your next round. Thank you so much for stopping by, Dusk. Good luck with the exam. Yeah, you gotta put that above Hattrick for sure. So good luck on the preparation for that. But imagine such a player here. Like a base 2 winger, phase 2 winger, double magical playmaking and wing. Brilliant defending. Brilliant passing. They don't actually have a set target for scoring. Lost the first league match. It's bound to happen sometime, right? So it's better to get out of the way, I think. At some point you'll lose to a bot as well. During a rebuild or something. Anyway, I'll be right back before the start of the second half. I couldn't analyze my opponent because he didn't play any and I was trying to do something. But didn't I see you posting about some preparation matches as well? That means you must be fairly new as well, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. I would even say initially, as you get started with Hattrick and you get your training set, you should probably be happy to lose some games, because starting out by weakening your team in order to set up some training will mean you are on the right track, rather than trying to beat newly started teams or other fairly new teams. I mean, you could be beating them, but for how long if the others are actually starting to train players? Anyway, give me a minute and I'll be back. Just need to refill my cup. Is that all of the preparation matches, or just the one that was supposed to be played in, what do you call it, in the daylight savings hour? Yeah, I think it's related to that DST change on the servers. Yes, you can. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they might not. They might not. They might not fix the one preparation match. They would most likely just help you get rid of it and let you arrange another one, because it's a preparation match, it's not an official match. But if you go to help, contact us on the webpage, like here and here, and then you contact the game masters describing your problem. They should be able to help you, or at least get you, like, get in touch with someone who can, but that's through the game masters. Where can I find the Danny's Hattrick Helper Simulator? You'll be able to find it on... if I recall correctly, dhth.net. Yeah, and there's the add-on up here. You'd have to install that in your browser. Alright, back on the field for the second half of round 10 in San Marino. Alright, so solid, back up to solid again. And it looks like a lockdown from Hattrick and Nasty Dragons now. Like there was a moment of hope, but a bold, somewhat bold gamble there from Hattrick, I must say. Mickey B has made it 4-0. Brown Heart on the left wing with a wing event for Richard Ekdal. Oh, Richard Ekdal. I remember you just a few weeks back. Blabiotani. Quick event for Pico Obise. Now I'm playing with a familiar routine. Oh, I thought this was a quick event, but it's actually a missed chance down the right. I newly started training in the midfielders. The form and condition are not very good, so my midfield is bad right now. Shoot, I play counter-attack. My defense and attack aren't that bad, but my midfield surely is. I don't know, because the fact of the matter is you need to play 5 players in midfield in order to train your playmaking. I mean, if it requires you to do an extra investment in better defenders and attackers in order to generate the counter-attacking tactic ability at the moment, I would just take it easy. Don't worry too much about it. Let them develop a bit before you focus, because in the beginning you can invest money into your squad but it won't take long before you'll need to reinvest in even better players. And you may not be able to bring any of that money back in. So I would just focus on training, like getting some skill trained onto your first training setup, and then worry about the more advanced things a little later. Jonas Chamberlain from the left wing of Wing Event. Salviano Leda is the scorer of that. I mean, how many weeks did you train midfield already? Lars Johan Tulling. It's not even 1 week. Don't worry about it. Just to train for a bit and, dare I say, practice some patience, because like patience you will need for Hattrick. That's for sure. Did you find 10 trainees already? Oh, you're trying to get to the third place for prize money. I see. Yeah. Truth of the matter is, can you explain the chance distribution engine? Yeah, I'll explain it. On the dashboard, it does like this. No. Your last game, I should probably take a look at the game before I say anything. Right, let's just bring it up here. So this is your match. Oh, but hey, Steve, you have to think of it like this. You see, this is the actual ratio. You see this? So, one thing you have to notice first is the fact that this is the position. The possession is on average 58% for you in the first half and 57%. So that's when I take the actual ratio between the ratings. Now, this is the chance of getting the the common chances awarded, right? Basically, the chance to have the chance to score on. So when you have 73% chance of getting the chance, that means you should have. It should be 7-3, like if you think of a scenario of 10 chances, right? I mean, I guess so if we look at this chance, your first goal, I mean, I don't think there's... I can't explain how the engine will actually do this without, like, if we do some calculations. But the first time, like, when you get the first chance here, oh, you weren't all of the way up to the live oh, I see. I don't know if I'm repeating myself then. I am, but I don't know if you heard this. The actual... Okay. The actual possession is like this. What you are shown without ticking this check mark is the chance to get the chance. So if you think about this as a dice, at the moment you, like the time when you get the first chance, the regular chance, you have 8 sides of a 10-sided dice to get the chance, more roughly, right? Then the quick event, that's due to him having more quick players, most likely. A fairly even battle, right? But someone would have to get a chances, even though there would be quick players on each. Yeah, it's quite close. That could have gone either way, more or less. At the time, oh, I can't actually click. Oh, I can't click the missed chances. Yeah, I mean, you're certainly not lucky, right? Can't actually... But you do see as your stamina goes lower during the match, you get less. Like in this scenario, he has 40% chance of getting the chance. Now this will go in his favor, in your favor again, sorry. But as soon as we go to the second half, what happens in the end? Yeah, because this thing is just the average over the entire half. Jensi Hopsky, in your San Marino save, at what winger level did you sell your first trainees? Now, I sold those at Supernatural level 14. Now, but 58% of possession still translate to having a very big chance of getting the actual chance. So you weren't particularly lucky with the chance distribution in that one. You can certainly say that. Damiano Tomasi, 2-0 now. Giulio il Console Staccini. Wow, Yobi! 20 gift memberships for the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What I was trying to oh, the winger, those, the first winger trainees. I'm gonna do the same now for this off season. This alert. I sold them at Supernatural, and at that point it would be roughly 40 million. I guess also Norwegian kroner. Are they seriously down to 20 million now? Yobi. You're crazy. Yobi. If you are training inner midfielders solely for the purpose of profit, it's hard to say anything here. Oh, I'll actually turn on the YouTube chat. Oh, there's no such option. I have no idea how long this is going to... Right, trying to not lose track of things here. We'll take a look. Oh, okay, here we go. Winger. Unpredictable hit or quick. They would be supernatural. At what, 19? I think I sold them at 19 years, right? 27, 25. Is that an actual sale? Yeah, I will do. I was just... Okay. Definitely going quite low. Right now, okay, we are approaching the end of the season as well. Yeah. 20 million, that's low, I must admit. I would say now I haven't trained inner midfielders for profit before, but definitely if you have the patience to train them for a long time and they're fairly talented, you shouldn't at all train beyond Titanic, because at that point you'll start paying a lot of wages. Like the curve just gets so steep around Titanic. So probably sometime before that, right? Exactly. So probably around as soon as they pop to magnificent world class, I would have like start looking at the jump in the transfer compare. But the thing about playmaking training is there's so many people training it. I started out training playmaking as soon as I returned to Hattrick, and then I looked into the transfer compares back then, and I was like, I'm not going to train this. There's not enough profit in it, so be careful. Is it better when I train playmaking to train 6 players at 100% and 4 at 50, or 2 at 100% and 8 at 75%? I would always recommend training as many players as you can on 100% and then try to make the most of it with the 50% slots. Now also, a thing that I would strongly recommend is to start locking the TSI, the form of every 50% training, and then try to do skills trading, where you try to identify players that could pop potentially just with 150% training, and then sell them. Get the pop, sell them all. It does take a little time to log players, but eventually you'll have a quite effective search filter. if you are in the business of making the most of everything. 3-0 for Inter Calvehave. Unpredictable event from... I feel like I always say this like sausage, but he's sausage. Sausage? Andras Sausage. And he has made the pass for Yanni Randi. A couple of weeks back, you talked about how you suspected one of your youth players were powerful because of the difference in star rating due to the weather. Do you remember how much it differed? Yeah, I can show you. Hey, Slovan. I can show you exactly how much it differed because he was in fact powerful. It's Frederik Pilgaard. And in the most recent matches. So in this game, it was sunny. And he played to 5.5 stars. And I was like, oh, this guy. Because he had played to 6 stars in this match, which was overcast. And I was like, he might be powerful. And turns out he was. Why did he only play for 5.5? Oh, sun again, 5.5. So roughly half a star, right? Ooh, Francioni missed the right attack. Oh, and Volukis misses the PNF event. I feel some extra training is in, both for Francioni and Volukis here. Bellizzi attacking down the right. Oh, we should do that for sure. Oh. If I would open a team in a new country, he could always with the equalizer here, Detlef Massen. He might be technical, yeah. Okay, so oh yeah, but the thing is, I found out even before he got any news about it. Slovakian. Okay, let me just make sure that this is actually...
Zorčić.
Sorčić. Okay, that doesn't sound like sausage, at least. Is this picked up?
Zorčić.
What if I just record this and use it whenever...
Zorčić. Zorčić.
Okay, there's even variations when you play it over and over.
Zorčić.
Good job.
Zorčić.
Thank you.
Zorčić.
Okay, enough of that. Sorčić. Wait, am I going to... Yeah, I mean, it's better than sausage. Like all the other... Like the videos I've produced, for the Let's Play series, it automatically wrote sausage in the... Oh, you're onto something. Legalin. Gelindo Bricola. Down the right. I asked something about a player in the Discord questions channel. Right now? Why you chose the Slovak pronunciation? Because he's a Slovak, isn't he? Oh! Oh! I'm an idiot. Ah, sorry. Sorry. We'll try again. Guys, I've made research. Okay, sorry. I don't think it's capable of pronouncing. Now, I have a little problem. Because there's no "this is how you pronounce it" button. This is the Danish, by the way.
Sausage.
You see?
Sausage.
It'll be the same. Good, because there's no option. There's no option to listen to it. So actually, it was I was lucky to actually have the option in the other language. I guess you couldn't have known that. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's try the Croatian.
Zorčić.
Oh, that's more like a T.
Zorčić.
You asked me about something in the questions. Okay. Matti Lensu. You should probably train this guy as a midfielder. Matti Lensu. Yeah. I am from Croatia, and that is correct. So more like a T sound, but the player is from Slovakia, but I can't. Yeah. Danish makes the Z letter sound S. Yeah, and you know, that's because we don't have the Z sound in the Danish language. So we have a tendency of doing so. Slovenian. Oh, yeah. He's Slovenian. Yeah, I'm trying. Because often you don't really want a powerful winger. Hey, Mr. Fish. Now, yeah, I'm sorry, I mixed it up. Ladendicht. In other news, Ladendicht has been scoring Savoli and Steinheuer. Yeah, I should probably steer around. I got a match going if you want to see. It's the ID. That even rhymed. Let's search it up. Matches ID. The Danish Pirates. Today I got my first academy pull with overall 6, and he's powerful. And he's 15, right? He's 15. Nasty Dragons up by 3 now. Lasa Damjanovic. And taking a look at Fiore FGC. Danish Pirates. Danish Bots, more like it. Check the stats if they're good. They're not. Playing in sun. How much money would you say is required to start a cycle? I mean, the general consensus has been around 50 million euros. But if you know your way around trading a little, like potentially doing some skill trading, you could get started with less. I mean, honestly, you might need less. You might be able to get away with less in the economy now compared to when we had the Hattrick anniversary league running, because I was able to sell my supernatural wingers at beyond 4 million euros. Virgilio Camillini, the homegrown hero from midfield. That was Igor Becker. And Lokomotiv Landlicht, Steinheuer now again. $7-2 down the left. How do you plan to do, considering you have less than half at Intercalvajal? Well, if the thing is, when I started the cycle, like post starting the cycle, I have invested in Belgicano, I have invested in Igor Becker. Wait. Sanotti. Sanotti. I know how to pronounce Sanotti. Sorchich. But back to the question about Belgicano was 85. Igor Becker, I don't know. This is a Czech, 75, so 7.5. Ulukis. True, and he was 5. So that's come out of my purse since I started the cycle as well. But naturally, I just plan on being better than everyone else. And perhaps just plan on selling more merchandise. Then again, San Marino is a smaller country, and actually in the top flight, the Forticalcio, these guys, first of all, look at the age here. Widely spread. But here's another thing. They're all homegrown. So perhaps we could be lucky. We have to be lucky. It's a little like, how do you plan to beat this counterattacking team? It's easy. You just score on your chances. Uh-oh. It's 6-0. Central attack from Andras Sorcic. I think it's getting worse. Yeah, you can definitely build the Slovenian star. Of course, it'll also make things easier, but you can also build cash on the way. That's one of the things that will help you in a smaller country, because you'll start playing at a higher level league-wise. So you'll attract more crowds and more sponsor money. Lokomotiv Landlicht in with a little scare against the bots here, but 20 viewers. I see. What's the max? For I think 20 viewers is easily the max we've ever had on the YouTube channel concurrently. I'm curious to see what's going to happen on Thursday evening. I forgot how training works. Did you ask me something that I've overlooked, Mr. Fish? You trained for a week and nothing changed. Pico Orbisa, Flavio Tani, 2-1. Down the right, 40% in. Yeah, but at some point, it'll take more than a week to pop your players. It'll actually happen quite fast. What are you training at the moment, Mr. Fish? Strikers? Passing? I literally watched all of your videos to start the perfect team. First league match I lose. Well, unironically, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because then you've started training young players which are profitable. That's, to quote the Mandalorian, this is the way. Right. With a fairly newly started team, Mr. Fish, I would recommend you start looking for some very young players to start training them. Oh, but didn't you see? It was Mendieta. He came into the chat and said, "Thank you. Thanks to your advice, I was able to lose to a bot." And I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. You should probably start training a main skill. I always like to recommend winger training, because it's the least popular training from the regular or the main skill. And if you train wingers, you can train the two wingers here, and then obviously the two that are not in play on the back. The reason why I recommend winger training is because it's quite fast in the beginning. So you have a sense of progression, and it will help you generate side attacks as well. On top of that, you are fairly flexible. I feel like it's becoming more popular to train wingers. It is. But it's only been a rise from 7 to 8%, and it doesn't have to be a whole percent, right? It could be like 0.5% or so. But I think it could also be coincidental. Yeah, like if you have some bankroll, if you've made some money, there's definitely ways to make more money than winger training. But this is also a recommendation for newer players, newly started managers, because like if you're a veteran, you want to really make some money, you would probably train set pieces on goalkeepers or something. But if you know the game in and out already, and you don't need to experiment and learn more about the match engine as you go, you can easily, and if you have starting money, that's also a detail that you would have to take into consideration, right? A factor at least. You need money to do that effectively as well. But if you are new, you probably want to experiment and try out stuff in the game engine as well. So playing with something that might eventually turn into a team is also recommendable. I think a lot of new players, considering the complexity of the game, look at Let's Plays like yours and other content creators, and pretty much all recommend goalkeeper or wing. For new teams, for the sake of the game, or for retaining more users that could potentially become, what would you say, now I forgot the word. Proficient Hattrick managers, right? Rather than like a potential users that feel that like Hattrick is meaningful to them, and they contribute to a meaningful world with the rest of the managers. I hope that more would dig into some of that advice, because it's evident that a lot of the new managers unfortunately get off to a pretty bad start. A pretty bad start that I can relate to, because I've had it happen to me. Running into a dead end, and then because of the time span, or the time required to actually understand Hattrick to some degree, you feel like you've already sunk too much time to start over. That's how I felt, at least. And then I quit rather than start over. Yapo, what do you recommend doing with the 50% winger training slots? Find some good all-round players, or slowly build homegrown players? I would, like, if you imagine, I don't know if you've used the Foxtrick add-on ever, but if you imagine you find a talented player that is at 100% relative to, like, that's how you want your trainees to be, then try to find someone who is at 85 or 90%, but a trainee that you can buy for virtually no money, and just try to train them as high as possible. At least that is if you are like purely training for profit with the winger training. Do I use Mercatrick? Yeah, I have an account, and I had a filter activated, but when I eventually got a player match in there, I had forgotten about it. And it was like 2 seasons after I actually needed the player. Forti Calcio has pulled one back here. Ferdinando Della Valle down the right to make it 2-1. Mickey B scoring an important goal. Richard Ekdal with a hat-trick. Reaching the 50 million looks like an eternity, and I don't think I have enough time for skill trading. We have the first result in here. It's Legalin FC versus Myelinas, and it has ended 1-0. So a draw here at Legalin FC Arena. Now, I completely understand that reaching those 50 million euros, that is set as an arbitrary goal for starting an actual cycle. The thing about those 50 millions is when you think about coming into a new game, your goal should be to when you could start some concept that isn't in the game as a result of any game design per se. It's a result of a way and approach players, managers have started using. It's actually a little sad, because what if you just had the goal of having fun? You guys are having fun? Damiano Tomasi up 2-0. 1-2-0 in this one against the Fiorentina Finns. Do not aim for 50 million. You are good to go for first round as soon as you have an excellent coach. 3 to 6 red hearts and extra trainees, plus some extra millions. Yeah, that's one way to go about it. I also, like, even though I knew I had to save up some money, just construct an active league with some friends while you train, because you can have fun trying to beat those guys. And then you won't feel that it takes a long time, because you are focused on something else rather than that 50 million. I don't know why I'm pushing the dong button, because that's meant for gold. But Penarosa Bramanta has taken a 2-1 win against Forti Calcio. Fiore FGC wins 3-1 against the Danish Pirates. Mickey B wins against another set of bots, Fiorentino Artis M. Nasty Dragons take a 3-0 win against the Unknowns. A little gamble there, but it paid off in the end. Oh, sorry. Someone was asking about if I were to start a team in a new country. Does it strictly have to be a new country, or could it be another country? Sorry, I missed that. So many questions, so many activity, so much activity in the chat. It's really cool. I have 221 prospects and good trainees, 9 million in the bank. Should I get the excellent coach? One of the coaches told me I should, because I get the money back eventually. I'm not entirely sure how you would get that money back. In any case, you will you will not get the money back, I assure you, but you will get better players, of course. Now 10 matches played here, 4 points up to Nasty Dragons, but they will be playing bots and whatnot. Nah, you won't earn that money back. Now, if it's purely about training your players for performance, and you are going like high end, you will need an excellent coach. But I don't see an excellent coach bringing you better. I don't see an excellent coach bringing you extra profit. Not when we talk about these kind of players, because these players are so valuable at the age of 17 that you won't make it back. Buying these kind of players at the age of 17 will not yield the like if I'm buying winger trainees nowadays, I prefer trying to find those that cost like a tenth of the price. With internal recruit, yeah. There's actually like if I show you the staff of my Danish team, there's actually a few things that made me start early in Denmark as well. The fact that I could get an excellent coach at this wage, because they introduced a change, so he's only 10% of the actual cost of an excellent coach. And the fact that I found Lisau, Åstrup and Hauke at such a close age, being homegrown players, with Rico Åstrup coming through first, so he could have a higher level in defending, meant, okay, I might be a little short on cash, but let's go. I would recommend an excellent coach for your cycle, as long as you can take it when the players are young. I wouldn't recommend a solid coach for profit training. But Steve, did you join an active league? Let's take a look at the top flight here. Almost all managers. All right. Seven points. It looks like a 2-horse race by now. Are they playing each other? Ooh. Week 13. To make more money. Yeah, that's a good approach as well. Also because you'll make more spectator money. Week 13 might be the showdown round of the top flight this season. Ooh. That'll be interesting. I'll finish second, most likely. Now I just need to lose my promotion game. One thing you have to remember about also that arbitrary line right now is that it takes much longer to earn that money. Right now, what my plan is, train 6 inner midfielders for 2 or 3 seasons. After that, I'll probably sell 3 of those. If I don't have money to back them up, I can sell them. I can sell more, then I will rebuild with more money. That's a pretty good plan, but you would probably find that you would have to sell more than 6 inner midfielders for 2 or 3 seasons worth of training before you have enough money to go far. But it's do also find an active league to get some interaction. Start a picks competition. Start streaming. make a YouTube channel. Nah, what I'm saying is focus less on those 50 million euros or whatever people say that you need. Focus less on that. And also, like, if the stars align and you get perfect homegrown players, just give it a go. You could you could say, if you go 2/3 of the way while building, like preparing a bit for a cycle, and you go 2/3 of the way and you realize, oh, I don't have enough to go to the top, because that's what most people find. If you sell 2/3 of the way in, you would most likely have the money to start a cycle if you had the homegrown players, right? So you would have to build almost ready to go for a full-blown cycle, if that's the case as well. That's also something you have to take into consideration. Now you also have to remember that you could, let's say you saved up 50 million, but you've never tried to play competitively before. You have the money. What if you fail now because you don't have the skills? Wouldn't that be just as bad? You'll need around 50 million to make it in the big countries. Yeah, true. But you could also spend all your time the first time around in Hattrick trying to make those 50 millions, and then you don't have any experience to back up that investment you make the first time around anyway. The question is, do you even need 50 million? I mean, I do realize that some clubs can pull out more money from the reserves now with the bigger return. But a lot of the players have gotten considerably cheaper. How many teams in total will play for you in the HCC? So in one of the tiers, in the lowest tier, we have 15 12 in the highest tier, 15 in the lowest, and 6 in the middle tier. So that'll be 31. Does that make sense? Well, I'm in the wrong here. Now I have to double check, right? 12. Oh yeah, per round. Some will not be named in each round. We can only name 9 teams each round. What am I saying? We can only name 9 teams in total each round. Yeah. 12. Yeah, it's 31 teams. Everyone has to play it once, at least once. So there's like 2 phases. And we should probably Oh, you're in my average tier. That's nice. That's nice. You'll play a lot. Like you have a chance to play a lot of matches because there's only 6 teams in your tier. And actually, we probably need to take a look at getting some of those teams named. And then it'll make more sense once we know the nominated teams from the random rules, which is our first opposition on Thursday. Also, it's time to wind down here and shut down the stream for today. Newbie, thank you so much again for all the gifted memberships to the channel. I mean, I feel like you have given more than plenty. Right, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support you give the channel like that. Thank you to everyone who comes to the channel and asks questions. It's such a pleasure to stream when there's a lot of action going on, a lot of things to answer, and lots of fun going on. It makes it a much more natural experience. Also a little more hectic, but that's fun, especially when you get to learn the names of players and their nationalities and so much more. We have 4 rounds to go in San Marino. I'm expecting to cover all of them. When would you try to be promoted? Soon. Quite soon. Sword shit. I forgot already. Anyway.
Zorčić.
Yeah, it's Toby. So thank you so much for watching. National team stream. Oh, that's a Danish stream. Most of you guys probably don't follow that. That's on Twitch tomorrow. I'll be dual streaming on Thursday for the HCC, so I'll see you guys then as well. And probably next Sunday as well for some more action. Hopefully HGI Saturday. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care and stay safe in and outside of Hattrick. Take care. Bye guys.